Welcome back to the Stratford Inn, everybody. This is your Brentford press conference reaction, and I'll be bringing you a bit of news as well. And this news surrounds transfer news and some news on Ralph Rangnick. But I'll start with the news on Ralph Rangnick without further ado. And Ralph Rangnick has been confirmed as the Austria national manager, and he will be permanent manager for the Austrian national team and still be working at Manchester United as a consultant as agreed. He will be working with Manchester United and the Austrian national team together and ensure that he is able to do so successfully. And this is his quote since his official appointment as Austrian manager. And he says, I will take over as national team manager of Austria at the end of the season, but will continue my consultancy with Manchester United. I'm really looking forward to playing my part in helping United become a real force once again. Fantastic to hear that. That is news that is great. We have to accept the fact that there are other people that want Rangnick's expertise in football. And with Austria not qualifying for the World Cup, surely they have looked to him to revive their team and take it back to the place where it was, competing against other top countries in the Euros and, of course, Nations League and the coming World Cups. And we have to take that as a compliment because with us having Rangnick employed by our club now, it shows that there are other people who basically wanted him. And that shows that he is a man that is highly respected in the footballing world. So well done to Rangnick becoming Austria's national team manager, and all the best for him in his future endeavors with Austria. I also want to speak now about the press conference that Rangnick had ahead of our game against Brentford. And he made interesting quotes. And it is more along the lines of what he expects Manchester United to be doing at the end of the season to help rebuild Manchester United. And I quote, he says, it is not only identifying those players, but meeting them, convincing them to join the club, even though we will not be playing in the Champions League. So this is what I see as the most important bit. For me, the most important bit is recruitment now. This is the most vital point, that we bring in the best possible players and speak about that. My personal opinion is that the club should try to find future top star players and develop them. Before I move on to his other quotes, I just want to pause here for a moment. Listen to the intelligence. This is why the Austrian National Federation has appointed him as the manager. He wants us to sign top young talent, future stars, and develop them. That is what Ten Hag has been doing at Ajax. That is what Rangnick done at RB Leipzig and wants to do now at Manchester United. We need to be signing these young top stars and developing them into world-class players. Rangnick said we should look at getting the types of player in the Haaland range, because these are players that are on the brink of breaking into that world-class bracket with development. The likes of Anthony, Jurien Timber, etc., Gravenberg, these are players that can be developed into world-class level. Elanga, the likes of Sancho, the likes of Garnacho, Hannibal Mabry, etc. We need to be signing players in this ilk in order to develop them into top world-class players for our first team. So recruitment is important. Rangnick knows that we need to get the right quality of player at Manchester United and develop them into a Manchester United player, a Ten Hag player for his system. That is the only way we're going to move forward as a club. We cannot be signing players who are in their prime and declining, players that excel for a year and then we want to be signing them on big wages. No, that is not the way we should be doing things moving forward. We should be listening to Rangnick, listening to Ten Hag. That is the player that he wants. Let's, for example, say, like he wants Erling Haaland. We go get Erling Haaland without question. Listen to him, listen to his instructions and go and get the players that they want, because they believe those players are on the brink of becoming world class. Further comments that he said is, for me, it's important the club identifies scouts and then recruits those kinds of players to develop Manchester United into one of the top teams again. And therefore, you need mentality, quality, physicality, pace, skills. You need the full package. With Ten Hag, Manchester United will have one of the best coaches available. Also, one of the best coaches in Europe. If those two things come together, I'm very positive that the fans here will see a different kind of team. My personal opinion is that the club should try to find future top star players and develop them. It's also very important what Eric thinks. It is obvious the club and the team needs more players for the very reason that quite a few players have no contracts anymore and some other players are not available anymore. Some players might not want to get more game time and are on loan already. So as I said, there's just various things that Rangnick has mentioned. Mentality, pace, skill. These are all things that is needed in a Ten Hag player, needed in a Manchester United player. But these are also basics to have as a professional footballer, especially a talented professional footballer. It's self-explanatory, the type of players that Rangnick and Ten Hag would like to bring to Manchester United. But we do know that these players will be changing Manchester United for the better. That we will be seeing better performances on the pitch. We will be seeing quality on the pitch. A more attacking, attractive style of football under Ten Hag. We just have to have patience. Rangnick has made it clear at what the club and Ten Hag needs to be doing. And we need to trust that process. Rangnick staying at Manchester United is absolutely key for the next 2 years, because he will, along with Ten Hag, steer the ship in the right direction to once again taking us back to the top, competing. I now just want to give you a bit of transfer news. And first of all, it says Manchester United are considering paying Darwin Núñez's release clause. The Benfica striker is at the top of Ten Hag's list. So it's simple, guys. There you have it. I said earlier on, Ten Hag is in love with Núñez. If you haven't seen the video, go and watch the video where I speak about Ten Hag requesting Núñez. Now the club are considering paying his release clause. So potentially we could be getting Darwin Núñez up front as our number 9 for Erik ten Hag and Manchester United next season. But a lot of other clubs are after Darwin Núñez. So us getting him is going to be quite key. And it's going to be a battle. Don't get me wrong. Us not having Champions League will mean us having to convince the likes of Darwin Núñez to come to Manchester United. It's going to take a lot of convincing, but I'm sure that Ten Hag, along with the Manchester United board and scouting and recruiting department, will be able to get Darwin Núñez over the line and make him a Manchester United player. We know his qualities. We know that he will be a very, very good striker in Ten Hag's system. And is the perfect Ten Hag striker, as I've explained in previous videos. Drop a like on those videos if you haven't seen it. Definitely go and watch them. I want us to see pursuing the likes of Darwin Núñez, Christopher Nkunku, etc. Defensive midfielders in Ruben Neves, Basuma, Phillips, Declan Rice, Chouamini. We need to be buying top quality players, and we will be doing that because, as Rangnick said, as we all know, a lot of players are out of contract. A lot of players don't want to be here anymore, and some players are out on loan. So Rangnick has confirmed that it could be a brutal little change, not little, a brutal change in the pre-season for Manchester United. We could be seeing a lot of new faces. You could say up to 20 players are leaving. That's how bad it is. But we need to be excited for the transfer window because we will be bringing in new players. We need to be bringing in the players that Ten Hag wants at the club and for his team. It's simple. So Darwin Núñez, Manchester United considering to pay his release clause. A bit of team news. Same injuries for the game against Brentford. No Shaw, potentially Cavani on the bench returning. No Maguire, no Wan-Bissaka. We might potentially see Fred, but we'll have to wait and see if he's fit enough according to Rangnick. And we could potentially be seeing the same team. If you haven't seen the match preview, definitely go and watch the match preview. But that is it for your video today. Press conference reaction to Brentford. Quality comments from Rangnick saying that this is the type of players we need to be signing. Quality players, players with the right mentality, the right attitude, and the right skill base, the full package. Players on the brink of becoming world class that are in need of development is who we need to be signing. Manchester United considering paying Darwin Núñez release clause. Brilliant transfer news and one to definitely keep your eye on. But thank you guys for joining me. Links to our various socials in the description below. Please help us reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That is our goal. And I know that we can do it. And we want to reach every Manchester United supporter that we can. Thank you guys for joining me. You guys are absolutely awesome and amazing. That is it, me, Sashin Johnson, from the Stretford End. Till we speak again soon, Red Devils. Bye-bye.